right, time now for some Knickerbocker banter as we welcome in the dean of the Knicks Film School, Jonathan Macri. Jonathan, thanks for joining us here on the show. Kolek's emergence has been a huge storyline for the Knicks this season. Has a team high plus-minus of plus 80 over the last 7 games. What's impressed you most about the second-year guard out of Marquette?
Niki, I mean, what is there not to like about this kid? I'm going to give you 2 things. One, you just heard in that soundbite right there, coachability. Not only is Tyler Kolek praising Mike Brown for being a little hard on him, but you heard Mike Brown talk about how during the Minnesota Timberwolves game, their last game before Christmas, he challenged Tyler Kolek at halftime of that game. Hey, man, if you're going to take that many shots, you better make some of them, which leads me to my second thing, which is confidence. We've seen Tyler Kolek play 67 NBA games. He's only attempted 9 or more field goal attempts 4 times. All 4 of those times have come in the last 10 days, if you include the NBA Cup final against the San Antonio Spurs. He is starting to realize his full potential as an NBA player, which I think it was only a matter of time coming out of Marquette.
Yeah, it's not an easy place to play in New York. It looks like Tyler Kolek's fitting right in at Madison Square Garden. Now, despite the comeback win on Christmas, the Knicks did lose Josh Hart to an ankle injury, officially ruled out for Saturday's game against the Hawks. How much will the Knicks miss his presence if this isn't just a one-game thing?
They're always going to miss Josh Hart if he's not in, not only for the tangible stuff he does. You look at his stat line, he always fills up the box score, assists, rebounds especially, and points. He's been actually one of their most efficient 2-point field goal percentage shooters, in addition to shooting it well from 3. But the one area that I'm going to be looking at in terms of Josh Hart, if he has to miss time, is transition play. The Knicks have become a sneaky, efficient transition team. It's how they really stay consistently at the top of the offensive rating rankings in the NBA. And Josh Hart is by far their most efficient transition player when it comes to adding points through the transition game. So if he's absent, they're going to have to find a way to make up for that, those missing transition points one way or another.
So that's not great news, but on the flip side, we did get a positive injury update. Deuce McBride now questionable for Saturday's game. Jonathan, especially with Kolek's play recently and looking really strong, how do you expect Mike Brown now to work Deuce back into this rotation?
Well, normally my answer would be that I think he's going to work him back slowly because he's missed the last 3 weeks, and he has been dealing with an injury that was significant enough to keep him out of the NBA Cup final, which obviously we know the Knicks took very seriously. The thing, though, is, Niki, if Josh Hart has to miss time, you could argue pretty easily that Deuce McBride makes the most sense to step into the starting lineup in place of Josh Hart, gives the Knicks a little bit more of a 5-out look, a little bit more point of attack, defensive versatility there. So I'll be very curious, for as well as Kolek has played, for as good as Jordan Clarkson has looked off the bench at times as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Hart is out and Deuce is in, if McBride actually gets the start here against Atlanta.
Time now for a Knicks edition of The Numbers Game. John and JJ are back with us, guys. Our first number, 29.3. That's how many points per game Jalen Brunson is averaging this season. Mike Brown has advocated for him to be in the MVP conversation. So, John, do you consider him a top 3 candidate?
One of my favorite parts about what Mike Brown has done so far has been telling the league, telling media that Jalen Brunson is an NBA MVP candidate, because you want to see that kind of love from your head coach and driving the narrative in a soap opera league like the NBA. With that said, I think right now Brunson's probably a top 5 candidate for the MVP award. I still think Jokic is your leader in the clubhouse. SGA is right there. Doncic is going to be interesting because right now he's not on pace to play in 70% of the games for the Lakers, which could knock him down and take him off that board. You still have Cade Cunningham as well, but he's Jalen Brunson. At any point, he can jump right into that conversation.
Yeah, still a lot of season left for him to prove himself. Our next number is 40. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart are shooting a combined 40% from 3 this season, much higher percentage than last year. JJ, how has the hot shooting from the supporting cast taken pressure off of Jalen Brunson?
Look, that's the modern NBA in a nutshell. You need to have multiple guys on your team who can go and shoot the 3 ball at a high level. And it's exactly, Niki, what Leon Rose envisioned when he put this Knicks team together, where it's, yes, Jalen Brunson at the end of these games is going to be Superman and he's going to be Captain Clutch, but Anunoby can carry you. Bridges can carry you. Josh Hart's shooting has significantly improved, and everybody can score 20, and everybody can hit the outside shot. That's how you have the balance. That's how you have a winning team.
All right, we go from 40 to 41. That's how many points Jordan Clarkson and Tyler Kolek combined for on Christmas against the Cavs. John, how different is this Knicks team when they're getting significant contributions off the bench?
Dramatically different. It's everything that they've been missing the past couple of years. Dante DiVincenzo a couple of years ago was essential to their success, but the depth wasn't really there. Last year it wasn't there. Their bodies ran out of gas towards the end of the season. The injuries pile up. When you have actual depth and guys contributing, it opens up the floor, it saves bodies, and it makes people play up to MVP potential like one Jalen Brunson.